Blue Swan Records officially gets picked up by Rise. Veil of Maya releases a good song with a not-so-good music video. Daft Punk is officially over, and much more on this week's installment of This Month in Music. Roll the intro. Hey everybody, and welcome to This Month in Music for the month of February 2021. I am your host. My name is Tyler. And today, I am once again joined by the boys. We got Brennan.
What's going on, folks?
And we have the master of Tang himself, Kyle Steinle.
Hello.
Chug up, buddy.
Show that Tang.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing just dandy. And not as dandy as you, because I don't have Tang. I just have Snapple, hashtag not sponsored.
Not sponsored by any of this. You could be.
So... We're gonna start off the episode with some headlines. Doing things a little differently this time, kind of switching up the format. But first off, we want to get into the big news, the biggest news as far as our lives are concerned in the world of music. Blue Swan Records has officially been picked up by Rise, and because of that, pretty much every band under the Blue Swan label is now working on new albums, and the hype is so fucking legit.
The stonks are climbing, diamond hands to the moon, whatever all those words mean. That's what's going on here. It's great.
Oh my gosh. Just the amount of fucking bands that I love who have been posting stuff on social media about like recording new shit over the past month. I'm so excited. I don't know when the new shit's coming, but I'm here for it when it drops. New Idola, we haven't gotten that in like years, you know?
I think 2017 was our last release.
Yeah, like back when we first started listening to them, I think was when they released their last album. Who else? Like Wolf and Bear, I think has been like working on stuff, which I think I'm the most excited for them.
Street Rat.
Yeah, the last two singles they put out last year were just... insane.
There's another level.
Yeah, like even for them, it was just like next level shit. Like, oh my god, I am pumped.
I also think that it's just really awesome to see like a company like Rise be like, oh yeah, we're absolutely, because like it's always been the home to a bunch of bands that everyone loved, and now it's just like, but like, are they a cool company, or like are they cool about it? And like the fact that they're doing this kind of acquisition is just like proves that like, oh, these guys are rad. Like they're here to like just pump up the jams,
right?
Just, whether they be unknown, whether they be in your face, and they're just here to like support it. And that's just like the best news possible.
Yeah, definitely. Brennan, do you have anybody you're particularly excited for who's going to be releasing music because of this?
I mean, obviously Idola. I'm an absolutely massive fan of their last record. Of course, Tyler and I saw them in Lancaster, or Lancaster from there.
Yeah,
Lancaster. Yeah,
people will fucking beat the shit out of us if we say Lancaster, because apparently that's
Amish,
wrong.
The Amish capital of the world, Lancaster. So they were fantastic. Of course, Wolf and Bear. We are also going to see them on the DGD tour whenever that happens.
Yes,
along with Veil of Maya, which we're going to get into in a little bit. So, and Animals as Leaders. Fuck yeah. It's going to be a solid show. So hopefully they all kind of have their stuff released by then or like around then. So maybe I can like get an early copy of something.
Yeah. Idola is now on the docket for that tour too. Since Issues is
really?
because Issues is not a thing anymore. Because they don't have a singer. And I guess because they released the new tour dates a few weeks ago, I got an email about it. And yeah, Idola took the issue slot. So
I saw that, and I'm really excited because Andrew Wells is fantastic.
Oh yeah, and I haven't seen them. Like I've only seen them live the one time in Lancaster. So like, I am very much down to see them live again. Hopefully, this fucking concert actually happens this time, or happens eventually. Like the lineup is so stacked, and I just can't get over it. Like. It's basically just Animals as Leaders, Veil of Maya, and like a who's who of Blue Swan affiliates.
So, including the granddaddy themselves, Dance Gavin Dance.
Oh, hell yeah.
So,
baby.
Hell yeah.
I'm kind of here for Idola actually taking the spot of Issues, because I feel like I want to hear everything from Idola, whereas Issues I'd rather just hear like that newer stuff, like that Beautiful Oblivion.
Sure.
Right? I think that's the name of the album.
Yeah,
that's the one thing I really want to hear from them, and I think that'd be really fun. But like hearing everything from Idola, I think would be like just a better time for me personally.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree. Just mainly because I've already seen Issues twice, but like I've only seen Idola the one time, and when I saw Idola, I didn't like know their stuff. Like we listened to a few of their songs on the way there, but we had never heard of them until that show. So like I am all about being able to see them live again now that I actually know some of their songs, and I'll be able to like appropriately throw down to the fullest amount possible.
Hell yeah. Dope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Moving right along, we have to dip our toes into some less good stuff. So Veil of Maya released a new song called Viscera. It's a pretty good song.
Yeah.
Like overall, it's a great song. I don't personally like it as much as the last two singles they put out, but it's still a very, very good song. What's not good is the music video that is associated with it. It looks like maybe I'll throw up some like screenshots just to kind of give you like a vibe of what we're working with. Which, I mean, screenshots will not do it justice. You have to look up the actual video if you haven't seen it already. But it's basically like a 3D anime type thing, but like animated by like a middle schooler with a budget of like $12 or something. Like it's very janky animation. It's really funny to look at, but it's also like it's really jarring that they released something like that was just like that low quality. Yeah, I don't know, man. I was just stupefied when I looked at it. Like,
I remember seeing, like, I think you shared the teaser with us whenever they were like, so this is gonna happen, and I was like, oh shit, this could be really cool. And then it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just such a because I was like, oh, like they actually want to dip their toes into like a music video like that. That's interesting. But then, God, I wish I could have that time back. I wish I didn't. I didn't look at it.
I feel the exact same way. Because I felt the same way. I was like, from the teaser, they just showed like a couple frames. I was like, oh shit, Veil of Maya is doing some kind of like Fist of the North Star Borderlands 2 type video. Like, I can get with that. And then, no, it's not. It was not good.
No, it's a travesty.
Yeah.
Just like the walking animations alone.
Oh my good God.
Were my favorite part. Just like people don't walk like this typically. With just like the legs weren't like bending, they were just kind of shuffling like penguin walks.
It was just straight like stepping where like like I don't think like the feet actually made like normal contact ever, and then the shoulders were like this, and it was just like, and then like some of the dudes had like mouths that like didn't have jaws, so like they just came down. So then like the bottom of their mouth was like, because like they were walking so weird. I was like, this is just such an unpleasing thing to just look at.
And then like even at the end, like when like the dude who looks like brunette Guile was like playing the guitar in the back of the car, and it's like, and granted, like obviously they probably are not gonna take the time to try to animate it like he looks like he's playing the actual song. But, like, it was literally just, like, random, like, hand movements that, like, weren't timed up with anything. And, like, just all the cut. It pissed me off the most. Like, as a professional video editor, it really just salted my apples when I saw that, like, some of the cuts that were, like, clearly supposed to be going along with, like, the beat of the music were, like, a little bit off. And I'm just like, fucking, if this guy edited for me, I'd be on his ass about that.
It
would not be a good time.
Like, Veil of Maya is an incredible band. Like, 100% don't take that away from this. Because, like, Veil of Maya is phenomenal. And we talk about them sometimes when they make stuff. And we talk basically all good stuff. But, like, everyone that was associated with making that video happen should not make another video. Like they just
yeah, you can get a new crew next time if you're gonna go that route.
Yeah, especially if you're that big of a band, like you got a crew that like I mean like it's cool if like they were like unknown, you gave them a chance, but like they didn't seem to be ready for that kind of task.
And like I get it, animation's hard, but like at the same time, I mean it's I don't know. It gave me X-Arm vibes, and if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, and you know that's not a good thing. And I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I saw it. It was all right. I mean, the music's really good, but then, like, as Tyler mentioned, like, the jarring cuts that don't line up with anything, like, no. I mean, as an amateur video editor, it pissed me off. So,
yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah. I hope that I want to see them attempt this style again, but like correctly, because I think that like the idea behind it could be really cool. It just was not executed with the amount of polish that it needed to have to be effective. So
100% agree.
Yeah, whoever made it, keep at it, hone your craft, come back at it when you have some more time or budget or whatever was wrong with that. Yeah.
Yeah, when I said that they shouldn't make a video again, they shouldn't make a video again until they get better at it.
Yes. Right? Don't give up on your dreams. Just use this as an experience to better yourself. We've all made garbage. I made some fucking trash when I started out as an editor. So like, and as an artist too, I've made some garbage. I would argue some of my recent stuff is bad, but you just gotta keep going at it, keep building your craft, keep getting better, Don't stop. Don't think that you did good is the main thing.
Yeah.
Learn from this, be better.
Be better.
Yeah.
Up your skills, bro.
Last major headline we want to go over, and this is more of a thing that affected Kyle and the mainstream world more than myself or Brennan. But I think it is such a big deal that we need to kind of discuss it. And that is Daft Punk is dead.
Yes.
And I feel nothing about this, but Kyle, I know that this really
they
made
literally
you
blew up.
An emotional mess. So
yeah, the internet cried pretty heavy tears. So I mean, if you don't know, Daft Punk was like electronic music group since the 80s. Which is like a long time to be going. They've made a lot of really great albums. They made like the entire album for the Tron movie, which was a really good album. Whether the movie was good or not, that's to be decided. That's fine.
It's watchable, but
yeah. And then like, I mean, Pharrell Williams was featured on them with Get Lucky was the really big one that got really popular a while back. And then they were featured on The Weeknd, a bunch of songs The Weeknd did more recently. So, I mean, they've always had an impact, but I think that, like, there's a lot of things that they did so early on in the music industry that have affected, like, just music in general going forward. Like, you didn't really have, like, these really electronic-y beats that would happen as much until, like, they came onto the scene, and they were, like, worked with other people in the scene and made it just, like, a mainstay. That's why you have so many songs that, like, aren't afraid to have, like, a backbeat that is, like, just purely made by like a computer, and like it enhances music and has helped it grow a ton. So like their effect on the industry is like hands down felt, and they will be missed dearly. I wish them the best in retirement, obviously. But I just remember like as like a little kid, like just looking at music and stuff, I used to be a huge fan of them. I mean, I still am a huge fan of them, but when I was younger, I was a big fan. I'd see like their clips of them on tour, and they were like the first band that I saw performing that I was like, I want to go to a live show. I want to see that. And like ever since, like I've gone to live shows. I've never gone to see them, and I won't get to, unfortunately. But I've always looked like they were like the thing that made me go, music live? That looks rad. I want to vibe. I want to bop. I want to throw down in the pits, but not at the Daft Punk shows. But I always will appreciate them for that, and will always enjoy their music. And if you haven't heard them before, go check out their music. They've got 4 phenomenal albums. Honestly, I mean, like, jumping ahead, my album of the month legitimately could be Random Access Memories by Daft Punk because of how much I listened to it this month. But, obviously I won't do that. But, God, man, if you aren't listening to Daft Punk right now, you should go check them out. They're not for everyone, obviously, but, man, like, their effect will be felt in the music industry. It has been felt, and they're awesome. So, thank you, Daft Punk.
Yeah. R.I.P. You robotic boys.
Rest in pepperoni.
Yeah. Even though, like, I've never really listened to them outside of, like, stuff I heard on the radio, like, I was still kind of, like, taken aback when I got that text from you in the group chat. It was just like, Daft Punk is dead. And I'm like, wait, what? Really?
Oh, man. I was so shook that day. That was like one of the days where you turn on the shower and you sit and you just kind of like go,
yeah. Like, turn on the shower so that no one can hear you cry, and you just
exactly. Like the last time they released a full album was in 2013, and every day since then I've gone, oh man, Daft Punk could release music soon. I'd be so happy, and then they never did. But it was
almost
the majority
10 years ago.
Talk about coasting to the finish line. Like,
yeah,
you don't release anything for 8 years, and then you're like, fuck it, we're done. Like,
wow.
Oh man, yeah, that's how like people should like aspire to end things. I should give them credit for that.
Milk it for 8 years and then just fucking cut yourselves off from everybody.
Yep. Mad respect.
But yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess that's it for headlines today.
Yeah.
It's the end of the news.
Yeah.
That's the news.
Yeah, we hope you guys learned something.
So, next up, we are, of course, going to go to everyone's favorite Kyle-themed, internet-themed, music-themed segment. What did you say?
I said I fucking love this.
He's getting all pumped. He's like, oh, no, this is my favorite part.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know what time it is. It's time for the YouTube Corner. Roll the intro.
A one, a two, a skiddy-doo-doo-doo.
Oh my god.
Woo! Welcome to Kyle's YouTube Corner. I know you missed it. I know you've been spending every day of February going, damn, is it a leap year? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm getting Kyle's YouTube Corner at the end of this month. And here it is, baby. We made it. We've got quite the special corner for you today. It's a very ornate corner. We hung up some pictures in the corner, and it looks delicious. First up, gotta hit you with the classic members of the YouTube Corner. Insane in the Rain Music released some great stuff this month. I'm gonna highlight real fast. He did a cover of Cass's theme from Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, which is already a great tune, already a great game, and he just increased it by making it jazz. That's just how I feel about music. You make it jazz, I'm probably gonna come a little bit, but it's really good. It's really
good.
Get
that sound bit just like cut out so I can use it for various things out of context.
Take it as you will. Enjoy. That's yours, internet. You know what also came from the internet that is great? The other thing that Insane in the Rain Music released, which is his original song, Golden Battle, which is like a JRPG style battle theme for a song, and it's really fucking good. I liked it a lot. It's real groovy. It makes me feel all of those like Earthbound old school Pokemon battle themes that like just tickle the nostalgia bones in my body. They were so good. Someone I didn't talk about and I don't talk about on YouTube Corner, but I'm gonna because they post on YouTube, and fuck it, Our Last Night. I never talk about them in this segment, and they kind of
count.
Wow.
They count because, they post their covers on YouTube all the time. And they covered a song called Driver's License. You may have heard of it on that good old-fashioned the app TikTok. It's all over the place there, and now it's metal and phenomenal. I loved it. I mean, it's really good. I liked it a lot. I've always heard the song on TikTok all over the place, and I go, geez, man, this is a neat song. Wish it was metal. Boom, Our Last Night did it. Our Last Night gave us that sweet meme goodness. Not really meme goodness, but it's delicious, and I loved it. Check it out. I've been jamming to it all month. Then, we've got some special little nuggets tossed in there. a man you might have heard of before. His name's Pewdiepie. He's kind of popular.
What?
He's got a lot of subscribers.
I've never heard of this person before.
Who the fuck is Pewdiepie?
Yeah.
If you Google him, you probably won't find him because no one knows who he is. Just kidding. He's the king of YouTube.
Obscure.
He's the king of YouTube, baby. Kind of. There's other people ahead of him, but whatever. You know who's catching up to him? A channel called Cocomelon for children. So he made a diss track dissing a children's channel called Cocomelon. And it's oddly disturbing because he's... The music video tied along with it is very well produced, but he shit talks Cocomelon, a children's channel. So you know how he does that? He takes a bunch of children and he spoils a bunch of things for children to their faces. The music video is quite concerning. The song's a bop, won't lie. I was singing the song. And he also shits on 6ix9ine, the rapper, a lot in it. And everyone's like, what?
Wow. That's random but fair, I guess. I mean,
everyone should be shitting on 6ix9ine. Fuck you.
Everyone should be doing that all the time, I guess. But there's no wrong time to do that. It just seems out of place though for a song. Its primary function is to diss a children's channel. I don't see what 6ix9ine has to do with children. But
the song even ends with one of the children in the room going, "Why is he dissing 6ix9ine?" And I'm like, "That's a great question, little Julia. I don't know."
Wasn't 6ix9ine messing with underage girls or something?
No clue.
It wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
I don't know if that's the parallel that PewDiePie is drawing here, but
maybe
seems
he's a wizard with past songs like the iconic "Bitch Lasagna." God, that song was a bop. But yeah, no, Coco's really good. Check it out. It's kind of controversial, but still a bop.
Everything PewDiePie does is controversial to some degree, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Another big YouTuber that blessed us with random music this month is Jack Douglas, otherwise known as Jack's Films. He released a little ditty called Mansion featuring his wife, Erin. And it's surprisingly really good. I didn't know that Erin could sing, and she does a really good job at it. It sounds really good. And then Jack talks about wanting a mansion with 12 bathrooms, 10 bedrooms, and 2 sinks. It's just so good. I fucking love it. I was pleasantly surprised. It was just something that was oh, hey, here you go. And I was like, I didn't think I needed this in my life, but it's really good. You should check it out. And last but not least, got something that's just been sitting in that brain for me all month, ever since it came out.
Me too. I know where you're going with this. I'm very happy about it.
The Sweet Boys Supermega. Good old boys Ryan McGee and Matt Watson released a ditty of a song called Brand New Shirt. Ooh. Arguably the most complexly orchestrated song that's ever been created. I've never heard anything that so much mind, but Jacob Collier, fuck it. This is just next level music here. It's insane.
Next level.
I've never heard something that just blew my mind to the level of this.
I'm gonna be 100% real with everybody right now. If this song does not win a Grammy, I will be cross. And you can take that to the bank.
You heard it here first, folks. Tyler will be cross. Don't fuck it up, Grammys. Come on.
You know what they say. You wouldn't like me when I'm cross.
You wouldn't like Tyler Luke when he's cross.
Do not cross Tyler Luke.
Classic British superhero, the Hulk.
Hashtag Tyler's cross, please. Make Brand New Shirt be the next award-winning single. No, it's phenomenal. It's so good. It's so stupid, and I love it. Super great music video as well. It's just really well done. The beat is really catchy, and I just cannot stop hearing it in my brain or singing it. I've sung it in front of people, and they go, "What are you doing, Kyle?" And I'm just like, I don't know. They're like, Kyle, you are at the DMV right now? This is not the place to be singing. I'm like, I don't know, man. I just sing a song. I can't stop singing.
Yeah.
I wasn't at the DMV. That's very irresponsible. Don't go out in public right now. Wear a mask. But
what if you have to go to the DMV, Kyle? You can't just not go.
Honestly,
you can't let your registration lapse.
That's a good point. I've set myself up in a very poor situation with this bit and this joke. It's a failure. But this YouTube corner wasn't a failure. This YouTube corner was kind of a bop. It was a good month for music. Lots of really great random things that came up from people that didn't expect it. And hell yeah. This has been Kyle's YouTube Corner. Thank you. Goodbye.
Play the intro in reverse.
There it goes.
That's how we do it here. Talk Slop Boys. It's tradition now. I'm just going to do that every time.
It's backwards.
Yeah.
That was it. There you go.
That's it.
Bam.
We're on to our next segment. A new segment. And we kind of came up with the name in the last episode, but we really fleshed out the idea behind this segment a little bit more. So prepare your gaping anuses for the Gentleman's Club. Where
that has to be the
D's
intro
are
every
silent
time.
and the jams are tasty.
All right, so
The Gentleman's Club is the Talk Slop Boys' most exclusive club for only the gentiest of gent songs. We only allow admission of one new gent song per month into the Gentleman's Club, and 2 songs are gonna be going at it.
Oh, pick me. I want to introduce him.
For the rights to that VIP access ticket into the Gentleman's Club.
So, the 2 songs that we have, Open by Ollie Steele, who fucking slaps. The dude actually had the Gentleman's Club entry of last month with Try. Check that shit out. And it's going to be going up against The Cataclysm, a song by a band called Andromeda. So, Kyle, make your selection. I need to hear this.
I mean, it's got to be Ali. It's got to be Ali again. Like, that song is just absolutely out of this world. It's crazy because I listened to the 2, right, in prep for this segment. I was like, oh boy, it's time to, like, the first real decision between 2 contenders. And I listened to The Cataclysm, and I was like, this song is pretty fucking tight. Like, it's a good song. Don't get me wrong. Definitely deserves to be in the conversation here. But then it flips on over to Ollie Steele, and that shit makes my ears bleed with orange juice. Orange juice? Maybe that's not orange juice? It's Tang. It's delicious. I bottled it up right here, baby. And
oh, jeez.
That's how good
Wow.
that song is. As good as Tang.
Wow.
He's
Oh my
fantastic.
Well, that was quite a...
Damn. All right. So,
My
game
vote's for
1
Ollie.
goes to Ollie Steele and Open.
It's gotta be. That shit is so tasty.
Kyle, I think you have nailed the figurative nail right on the head. So, I totally agree. I think that Open is a superior track. It is much more genty. It is a lot more tapping going on, like the virtuoso solos going on, just ooh, fucking tasty. Of course, mixed with like fucking palm mute and chants and ooh, so good. Cataclysm is a good song, although it is much more downtuned, and I feel like it's much more of like a metal-ish song than gent. But it is the closest thing that we have to gent to go up against Open. But Open fucking stomps.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
I agree.
Tyler, what you got?
Same opinions
Same.
as you. I mean, it's unquestionably the best one of the 2 by a mile, in my opinion. Like, that song,
Yeah.
it's punchy, it's tasty, everything you want in a gent song right there. So,
Okay, man.
I'm not going to argue with this.
Oh yeah. My real question, honestly, is will Ollie Steele ever be beaten? And I think the only answer to that is when he doesn't release a song. Because that shit is
Honestly,
always
though,
phenomenal.
I mean,
like,
yeah.
Like, save some ladies for the rest of us, bro. Like,
Yeah, seriously. Come on, man.
oh, man. Fucking Ollie Steele, the February winner and entrant into the Gentleman's Club. Congratulations. You win nothing, but we love you.
He doesn't win nothing. He wins entry into the Gentleman's Club. It's a prize in its
I
own.
mean, we don't give him like a trophy or nothing. Like,
Yeah, but
Good.
there's like
Secret stuff.
in there.
true.
If-
Yeah. Well, Tyler, you weren't supposed to spoil that. YouTube's gonna be
good
pissed.
old-
I'll just bleep it out. No, the internet won't know it's in there.
What's
It's
the
like
Gentleman's
putting,
Club?
like-
In
it's
our
like putting, like, the
hypothetical
spoiler-
imaginary club.
Woo.
We'll never know.
Great.
Oh yeah, we will never know. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Cool.
We did it.
Well,
that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. And let us know what your vote was in the comments below. Not that it matters or holds any weight, but if you thought that the other song was better, yell about it. We'd love to hear it.
Plus,
yell a lot, please.
During the month of March, if you have any sort of suggestions or submissions, put that shit in the comments, and we will take a listen.
Or, better yet, add us on Twitter. That way we can just immediately know when the stuff comes out. You could be like, hey, talk about this, maybe. And then maybe we will.
At Talk Slow Boys.
Yes.
On all the socials. Check it out.
Pretty much. We all have the same name, basically. So
yeah,
just add us and type some shit.
So we're on to last big segment of the show. And, whoa. I almost knocked my desk over. It's fine.
I was going to say, it looked like you were about to die.
we're on to the last, we're on to the final segment of the show, which of course is monthly picks. We're going to go over our number one personal songs and albums that dropped in the month of February. So we're going to start it off with Brennan. If you want to hit us with your single of the month and your album of the month, give us the rundown.
Man, so quick honorable mention. Void of Vision, Year of the Rat is my honorable mention of the month for single. It is heavy, and of course it does have a very unique kind of melody in the chorus, so that just slaps. Check it out. But it is not my favorite. My single of the month is Parasitic Cleanse from Hail the Sun. A band that I do not usually like. I like most of their stuff like back in the day, and then like Tyler and I have seen them live. Like they're good, but they're not great. But these last two singles they've released, I think, are great. And I think the Parasitic Cleanse, it's like its transitions are wild, which I love. Definitely like a DGD kind of vibe as far as like complete switch ups. And plus like the song structure completely flips in the second half of the song with the supposed chorus coming first, followed by the verse, and then of course the very sick like guitar lick, and of course like Donovan Malero, whoever her name is, like singing in the background. It's pretty lit. Good ass track. Check that out. They have an album coming out at some point. Now on to my album of the month. Quick honorable mention to Pulses. They had something released called Speak Less that I literally added today.
And you didn't know about that?
Well, no, I knew about it. I just didn't add it to my playlist.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, they call it an album, but it's like a elongated EP because all of the songs are like a minute long.
Yeah, it was weird. I didn't really care for it that much in general. I mean, Speak Less was fine, but in general, the EP was kind of
Yeah. I mean, the other album, I guess that would give an honorable mention too, because like Pulses, like the songs like stop when they get going, and like that's like my major critique.
Right.
And then of course Carmen Jaka, A Book About Itself, very genty, very very tasty. Check that shit out. But that's not why we're here, folks. My album of the month is Mystic Auras by Ascent Like Wolves.
Yeah, dude.
Holy shit.
Album is good. I really enjoyed it.
It's very good. All of the features that they have on it, like they have the guy from Era, they have the guy from Currents, the guy from Landmarks, I believe. And then even the songs that don't have features are fantastic. And it's not the most innovative album, but it's just very well executed, very well put together. And I don't think I'm going to be putting this down anytime soon. So, fuck yeah.
Hell
All
yeah,
right.
dude.
That is my single and album of the month. Check this shit out.
Hell yeah.
And where can they check that shit out if they want to find a convenient way to look up the exact songs that you just talked about? Perhaps, mayhaps, in the link in the description to your playlist on Spotify?
Yes.
Featuring not only those songs, but also all the other songs that came out this month that you saw, that you put on there?
Yeah. So, Parasitic Cleanse.
And I always forget to mention this in every episode of the show, that's a thing.
So, Parasitic Cleanse is my top song. So, it's the first single here. And then Ascent Like Wolves is the top album. I usually put my albums at the bottom. So, scroll down for once. Holy shit. Yeah.
Just a click away, man. Come on.
Dope. Kyle, it's your turn.
Hey. Wow.
What is your single?
Cool,
what is your album? Lay it on us.
I'll go in the same style as Brennan. I'll throw out an honorable mention here. For single of the month, I really liked the cover of Driver's License by last night. It kind of caught me by surprise. The last couple covers they've done have not necessarily struck me in any way. I've been like, they're good, but like, I've listened to this song a couple times since it's come out. Like, I've really enjoyed it. It was really solid. I think it sounded a lot like they seem very comfortable in the style of the song in a metal version of it. So that was pretty dope. I like that a lot. But man, I gotta do it. I just gotta do it to him, Tyler. I gotta do it. My single of the month is going to be Brand New Shirt by Supermega.
Yes!
That shit cannot stop playing in my brain. They've crafted something so beautiful, yet so simple, yet so complex. I love it. God, it's so good.
Makes you want to go do whippets in an alleyway, right?
Yeah, I love doing whippets behind a Goodwill in an alley in Los Angeles. It's great. Nice. Man, I don't know. Yeah, it's so good. It's so catchy. The beat is so great. They just throw in like a little bit like end of like the second chorus, you hear like the whisper like brand new shirt, and it's like they're just doing like little like build up stuff. The last chorus you hear Matt just like yeah, and like that shit's just on another level, you know. When you have a guy that can hype up a song and just go yeah, and it just sounds like just makes it even better, you know, you've written something on another plane of existence. So that's gonna be my single of the month, Brand New Shirt by Supermega. Check it out. The music video, it'll make more sense if you do. But my album of the month. I got one good old album this month, and boy, oh boy, it did not disappoint. It's called The Lucky Ones by the good old band Pentatonix. I don't talk about Pentatonix a lot on the show, surprisingly, because I like Pentatonix a good bit. I've seen them live. They were really good live. But I will say that ever since they lost Avi, the bass that was originally part of the group, way back when in the early years, I felt like they've had a little bit of a different sound, and it's kept me from like jumping at them right away when they've come out with music. This album like got me back on track. This album has some really fucking good songs on it that like they kind of blend this like poppier style that they've been kind of leaning more into with like some songs that sound like classic them, like Be My Eyes, I feel like has like that very just like the group of them are just making this really awesome sound together, and just that's it. And it's very raw, like the original stuff that they used to do, and I love it. But then you got songs like Never Gonna Cry Again, which is probably my favorite song on this album. The absolute insane bass line that the new bass guy sings is so good. I was shook. I was driving down the road with Kelsey, my wife, and we're driving, and all of a sudden the bass starts, and I'm just like, what? I was so shocked that my headphones flew off that I wasn't wearing. It was insane. Man, this album really impressed me. I remember a couple of singles that came out right off the bat were good, and I was like, okay, all right, lit. And then like the album just didn't disappoint after that, and that's all you can hope for when you release singles that are good, and then the album just keeps climbing. That's fantastic. I was really happy with this album. So my album of the month is going to be The Lucky Ones by Pentatonix. Check it out.
Dope.
Yeah.
Sick. One might even say tight.
Yes. One might even say lit.
One might call it a tune basket? Could possibly be a term.
Could be. Taste of tune basket.
Goddamn tune basket.
I need me a damn tune basket.
Yeah.
Tyler, tell me about a little picking from a tune basket, or maybe just a little juicy nectarine from a tune tree.
Okay.
That is a single, and then a tune basket as well.
We're gonna call singles now?
Nectarine from the tune tree.
A nectarine of the tune tree.
Going out to the tune orchard.
That rhymes, and I love it.
Myself a fresh single over here. Only the ripest singles are going to be up for debate for my single of the month.
What single have you plucked, sir?
So, couple honorable mentions I'm going to throw out. Obviously, Viscera was a good song, regardless of the horrendous video. Tillian released a new song called Anthem that was also very good. That had a really, really great music video. In complete contrast to Viscera.
Absolutely. Same day, too.
One of my favorite bands of all time, released a new song also, which was really good, which is shockingly not my pick of the month. For like the first time in history, it was
seriously.
good. I actually don't like it as much as any other song they've made. Still very good. I mean, better than most songs from most bands that people have made, but in general, they've done better, in my opinion. So my single of the month is actually, and I thought I had this written down, and I don't. So I definitely didn't just cut away to double check my playlist, but my pick of the month is Illumina by a band called Altermind, who is like brand fucking new apparently. And Lauren Babick did the vocals for their debut single, and it was fresh as fuck, dude. Like I listened to that song. The only song I listened to more, arguably, was Brand New Shirt. But like, as far as real songs go, this was the one I listened to the most.
Real songs? Hold the horse.
I know.
All the horses are stopped. What?
But brand new shirt isn't more of is more of an experience.
Okay, you sold me. That was all it took. Yeah. You sold me. It's great.
Yeah. Continue. But yeah, no. Illumina is just a fucking fantastic song. Altermind also released a second single this month. That was called.
Insert Jeopardy
Archetype.
music here.
It's called Archetype. It wasn't as good. It was an instrumental one, very genty. Could have been up in the running for Gentleman's Club probably. It was good, but doesn't hold a candle to the one with Lauren Babick doing vocals. I mean, come on. Yeah, so definitely go check them out if you haven't heard of them. I'm assuming you haven't, because I hadn't heard of them until this month either. So go do that. For my album of the month, my runner-up is going to be the Normandy album that I don't remember the name of. Doing real great with the names.
Oh, we're killing it.
It's like I prepared for everything except for the one spot where I have to talk about things.
Dark and Beautiful Secrets.
Yeah, sure, that. It was a pretty good album. I enjoyed it. It was there. It was cool. It's fun. An album that I liked a heck of a lot more, though, just a whole heckin' lot more, was The Sonder by a band called Cher. That is a band that I had never heard of until the day before this album dropped, because the lovely Johnny Frank apparently is in this band. It's like his side project, and he plugged it on Instagram, which is how I found out about it. And I went back, I listened to some of their older stuff, and it's weird. It's like this album specifically is like techno folk, and it's just so unique and fresh and good. And like, and the older stuff is just kind of more like straight up like folk type stuff.
Mumford and Sons Fine Synth.
What?
I was like Mumford and Sons Fine Synths.
Yes, exactly.
Honestly,
which is like it's not a thing I ever thought I would like get into, but it's super good. And in this album specifically, you know, Johnny Frank does a lot more of the vocals. He kind of splits it more evenly between him and the female vocalist, and just it's such a unique sound, and it's so good and chill, and I can just listen to it and just decompress at the end of a long day. And it's just, oh man, it is an album that I will be listening to for a very long time. I can say that. Just an artist in general that I'm going to be coming back to a lot. It just scratches an itch that no other band that I follow really scratches. Just real good stuff. Highly recommend that you go check that album out. I guess technically it's an EP. It's only like a few songs, but I don't fucking care. I'm still going to count it. It's good.
Still so good.
Listen to it. It'll change your life. Just please. If you listen to nothing else of any of our recommendations of all time, listen to...
Whoa.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of things.
Okay, I mean, that might be a bit much. If you're not going to listen to anything else that we talked about today, then listen to Brand New Shirt and The Sonder by Cher.
Very different.
Don't even
moods,
listen to my actual single. Listen to Brand New Shirt and Sonder by Cher.
Yeah, no, I'm super glad that you picked Cher, because I purposely didn't say what my runner-up was for my album of the month, because I figured you were going to talk about it, because this is my runner-up. Because you told me about this album on Thursday last week.
Yep.
And I have been listening to it so much since then. good God, this is so good.
I know, right?
It's funny because like when you first told me about it, I checked out Wood Type Beat, the first song on the album, and I was just like, this is really good. And then it ramps up from there. Like seriously, like For You is probably my favorite song on the album personally.
Oh, same.
But
I think, yeah.
Good.
That one gets stuck in my head. Like
the beats are like it's like if Bill Murray went lo-fi almost. Like because some of the beats, especially in the latter half of this album, I think are just so like Bill Murray, but you're also like in a room with incense burning and like you have like a hot towel on your face and you're getting a foot massage at the same time. They're feeding you grapes. Like, oh my good God.
I like to envision it. I like to envision it as Bill Murray goes camping. Is like the theme of the artist
and
in general.
He drops acid in the
woods. Bill Murray Cottagecore. That's what I needed in my life.
Cottagecore.
Bill Murray weekend-long hiking adventure. That's really
yes.
Definitely.
It's so good though.
Yeah,
it's
definitely
so
check that shit out.
Hell yeah.
And that's it for our picks of the month. Whoa. Does anybody have anything on the radar? This is our
man.
I guess we can call this segment our music forecast.
Him. Kyle.
Kyle, what do you have coming up in the forecast for new releases?
I've had something I've been talking about for a hot minute that's like, oh man, it's coming up, and we're finally here. It's about to happen in literally, I think, like a week. I don't remember the exact day, but it's very early in March. Dodie is finally releasing her album. I'm so excited about it. Very eclectic, very different. Kind of similar to the genre of Cher, actually, in some ways. So this got me in that mood, and then I'm here for it for Dodie. She's just such a phenomenal writer of music, and her voice is so unique that I just can't wait to hear what she does. She's like, it's a super long album. She worked with like orchestras for some of it. Like, this is such a huge project for her that I couldn't help but get excited about it. So Dodie's new album next month. Prepare to hear some of it on my playlist, because it's going to be populating a good chunk of it. That's all I got, really. I don't really know about anything else, though.
Brennan, you got anything coming up that you know about?
Oh, all right. There is one album that I give a shit about. And it comes out on March 5th. And I think this band will be the future of deathcore. I think this album will be monumental. It will be insane. I've already heard it, but it's still really good. It will be really good, so I cannot wait for the world to hear it. And that is, of course, the new Brand of Sacrifice record. They've released 4 singles, and every one of them is like what I want from deathcore. And I'm not really the biggest deathcore guy, even though I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, because to me, like a lot of bands sound very similar. And don't really get outside of the box. But I feel like Brand of Sacrifice explodes the box and tells people this is what's coming, whether you like it or not.
I might have to check that out then. That's the reason I don't listen to a ton of deathcores, because it all kind of sounds samey to me.
Same.
Yeah. So I mean, if these people are thinking outside the bun, as it were, maybe I'll give it a listen.
Taco Bell. But yeah, Brand of Sacrifice, March 5th. I can't wait. It's gonna be epic.
Tight.
Hell yeah.
I don't know of anything coming out.
Lit.
I think that I did, but I don't remember. Shocker. So yeah. Hopefully cool stuff comes out. Hopefully I got a big heckin' playlist again, but I don't know. It's gonna be a surprise for me.
Maybe Tillian will finally release it.
Maybe.
Will he do it? Oh boy.
I doubt
I want it.
He said he's already working on the next LP.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He did say that. I think
he's been busy.
I was actually going to touch on that in the headlines part. I forgot, but yeah, he's working on his next LP, even though he hasn't even released the current one yet. Which just, man, what a man.
On top of already making the new album for DGD as well.
They're already working on new shit too. Like, goddamn,
album.
It's a good time to be alive.
Which is crazy because like Will Swan always talks about how he has like 20 songs in his back pocket, like ready to go.
Which is crazy to me. Dude is so talented. I can't get over it.
Oh my gosh. DGD 11 or 10, whatever it is. It's going to be great.
You know who's not talented? us. But if you want to support us, you can go ahead, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell.
Shit on those guys. God
and
damn.
make sure you like the video if you liked it, because that helps us out so much. Also helps us out if you leave a comment below. It doesn't matter if it's hate. Doesn't matter. I mean, we prefer if it wasn't, but like anything.
Or
anything
any Rule
helps.
34 shit.
We just want some conversations going. Let us know about your favorite release that came out this month. Let us know what you thought about the fucking horrendous Viscera video. Let us know about any headlines that we missed. Let us know about any songs that we didn't talk about. And most importantly of all, we have all of our individual playlists of new releases in the description below. So if you want to check out all of the music, including the stuff that we talked about and more, you can go ahead, click those links. It'll take you to our playlists that are very long, and you'll have music to last you for a while. So you're welcome.
Until next month.
Until next month. Yeah. Pretty sure that does it for us in this installment of This Month in Music. We have been the Talks a Lot Boys, and we will talk a whole lot more next. I almost had a stroke there, but yeah, we're doing it. This is the first time I fucked up the outro. Bye.